Hi. Now we are going to see circular mill, helical boring, and thread milling. Uh, these three tool paths are important tool path. Okay, one is a circular mill, and the second one is the uh, helical bore and thread mill. So the circular mill is used for machining any circular pockets. Suppose example. So I will select that origin. So suppose like this one pocket you want to machine. You can do normal machining also, but you can do roughing finishing in this tool path in one shot. That is the advantage. So now we'll go to tool path, circular mill. You can select that entity. So you can see by selecting automatically it takes the XY position and the dimension of the hole. So now you can come and you can take the tool here. So I took 16 dia cutter here, and tool number I changed, and feed rate and plunge rate, all the things you just give it. Here you can give compensation. If you want to keep stock, you can give it compensation. If you want to change, you can change it. Here options are there. You just select the roughing, how much a step or percentage, what is the minimum radius for the entry, all these things. And this is about the finishing. If you want a semi finishing, you can switch on. So otherwise you can go directly finishing. Okay, so how the transition will take place, that you can modify. How the depth of cut you need. So let give 5 mm. It depends on your material, but I just approximately given. I keep all the things absolute. So minus depth I give 25. Now it cut like this. So you can see back plot. It enters helically the 5 mm, then next 5 mm, and third 5 mm. So 15 mm it cuts. So the last one is the finish pass. Okay, this last two lines is the finish pass. So advantage is here the roughing and finishing you are doing in this single program. So if you don't want roughing, only finishing only you want to do, you can switch off the finishing. Roughing. Or still you need a very good surface finish. So you can reduce the numbers, you can increase spacing equals, so you can increase spring pass. If you want, you can add it. Even depth of cut also you can modify it to 0.25. Okay, regenerated. Now it is doing only finishing, we are not doing the roughing. So once you want only roughing, you can switch off the finishing in that case. So I don't want finishing, means I just remove it, only roughing I just switch on, I will keep it. So now based on roughing you can keep your depth of cuts. Okay. So whatever the parameter you want to give in the roughing, that you can give it. Now regenerate and see. This is about the circular mill. You can do roughing and finishing together in this toolpath. So next we are going to see the helical boring. So one small wireframe I will make it. Okay. Suppose example, if you want to make some guide pillar here, already imagine that you have done the already roughing, only finishing has to be done. So in that situation you can very well utilize this helical boring operation. So the advantage of this tool is you no need to take boring bar. Even this if you take boring bar, it's a lot of work is there. You need to adjust the boring bar exactly. All the things you need to take care in the boring. But in this case, we are not going to use the boring bar. We are going to use the end mill only. And with the end mill, we are going to do the boring. Nowadays, tool room people are using boring directly by the milling cutters. Now we can go in the tool path, helical boring, you can select it and you can select the entity 1, 2, 3, 4 entities. So okay, now we can select the tool. Tool dia I have taken. You can give parameters. So compensation if you want, what is you want to give, and stock you want to give, you can give. Sometimes like this happens after heat treatment. You may need to cut the hardened material. Only finishing has to be done. In that situation, very well you can utilize this tool path. It's better you can use for it is used for only for finishing. But you have seen in the circular mill you can do roughing and also finishing. But here it is used only for the uh, finishing only. Better way. You can give the finishing depth. You can give finishing pitch. How much step over you want. Feed rate and other thing you can change it. All the things you just give. So I accepted. Oh sorry, I have not given depth. I will change depth minus 25 and absolute. So you can see that how smooth it is made. The first pass is rough pass and second pass is the finish pass. So you feel that finishing load is more, then you can reduce to point or you can modify it. Even you can change both the step overs also. You can easily identify the difference between the roughing and finishing. So you can see the roughing toolpath looks very bigger step over, and finishing toolpath is the very fine uh, step over you can see there. So this toolpath one entry and one exit. So this toolpath is very well utilized for boring application. and finishing application. This is the helical boring, and here the tool moves continuously XYZ continuous path. Okay, so other next tool path is the thread milling tool path. Okay, next we are going to see. So now I just select these points. So this is the thread milling tool path. Now you have to select the tool. This is a special tool is available in the market. You will not get from the standard. You can make it your own thread milling tool paths. So you can give a diameter of the tool. You can modify the even you can make a height shoulder you can modify. So that shank also will keep 10. So the tool whatever you have the same thing you can make it here by giving the parameters. So it's nothing but your 0.5 number of loops. You can give the feed rate, spindle speed, all the things. Okay. Now tool is available. The feed per tool is nothing but your pitch. Okay. So I given one here. You can see based on the pitch your spindle speed will change. Okay. And feed rate also will change. Here you can give pitch directly it has taken. You can see how much the entry angle you want. If you have any allowances you can give. If you have a taper thread you can give so type of thread ID or OD, left hand or right hand. You know how you want to cut top to bottom. Here lead in lead out if you want you can have multi-pass means you can give a number of passes here. Okay. So pass step over you can give finish pass 1 0.2. So just little reduced. Okay, this is finish pass 1. So now you can give depth of cut absolute. Okay. It means that the size for that particular size you might have done the. So now you can see that how it does look like. I will delete the helical bore. So now you can see back plot. So it's visible to you the threading tool. So similar way it will machine the threading. Okay. So here the number of cutting edges is more. If you have a single point also you can cut it based on that. So this you need to check in your machine if you properly define your tool and you can check it in your machine, this how it is going to look like. So here the output is going to give very nice output. It will give the output in XYZ continuous moment, helical moment. You can see here. So it's continuously it will go on the circular moves. Okay. The thread will not look here properly in the simulation, but still I just try to show you what it is, how it is look like. It will not show you the thread here. Let us see how it is look like thread. If it is a single point cutting tool, if you have taken, then it will make it in that fashion. But here we have taken the multi-point cutting tool. Yeah, its thread is visible to you. Okay. Yes. If you put chamfer, all the things, and other chamfer entry and all the things, if you provide, it will give you the very good this thing. No, actually, I should have done the drilling and hole properly. Then directly, if I used this thread milling, definitely I am going to get the very good threading here. Okay, then I will make it a fast forward. Actually, I should have made the drilling first. Then I should have come here for the threading. But for just explanation, I directly made this toolpath. You don't make this same mistake again. So now I am going to show you the sectioning of the stock material. So here in the simulation there is an option called so you can do first quadrant cutting, XY plane also you can cut. So we'll see ZX cutting here. Front. This I think we can move it. Let us see. So actually we need on that particular point. Let us see then. So actually we just wanted to cut on exactly on the thread portion, but that option is not able to do it. So on XY plane, no. Actually, I wanted to cut and show you the thread, okay, but it is not exactly happening. Okay, thank you.